Welcome back to Movie Feuds, the show that lets you decide some of the biggest debates in movie history. Today, Adlin and I face off with Elf, the original Christmas movie.
The original Christmas movie? What does that even mean?
I don't think that's actually a tagline. I just added that for flavor.
What is it about Christmas movies that automatically piss me off? Like, they're so lazy, it's ridiculous.
Probably because you hate holidays. Something about your childhood.
Something.
Somebody didn't get a Red Ryder for Christmas one year. Stuck with too long after day after Thanksgiving. 24 days of Christmas Story.
I don't know if it was the expectations that this might be good since it's got Jon Favreau, whatever, attached as director, and it's got Will Ferrell as the leading guy. But this movie it was all hype and little execution.
This movie is one of the top 5 Christmas movies of all time.
Wow!
Of all time. Boom.
Wow.
This movie is not only great, but it's also good for both kids and adults.
In chunks, it's so inconsistent, it's ridiculous. The first 15 minutes is just like straight kids only, but I mean, it's the most recycled crap ever. You got like an elf farting, you got Will Ferrell hitting his head because the bed is too small.
That's a funny scene.
Really?
Hey, if you were 12 years old, you think that would be funny.
I'm not though, and this movie was clearly marketed to an older audience.
You're right, this movie does have both adult and kid scenes to it, and I think that's a great plot dynamic.
Please don't twist my words. I said it's got chunks of both, not a combination like a Pixar movie.
It can be chunky salsa for all I know. All I'm saying is that this movie allows parents to take their kids to it during the holidays, and both of them enjoy it.
It's got a scene where a raccoon attacks Will Ferrell. That's been done in like 6 movies. I mean, really? Why doesn't he just walk into a sliding glass door? Why are the effects so shit? Like, it looks terrible. This isn't an old movie.
Okay, what don't you like about the effects?
They're all over the place. Like, I get that he's trying to make like this Rudolph type scenario in the beginning and end, but it just comes off as lazy and sloppy.
The snow is meant to be like a cotton ball. It's fun for kids. This isn't Rudolph's Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Hey buddy, wanna pick some snowberries?
Not now, Arctic Puffin!
The director can't even get the camera shots right. You have the first 15 minutes where Will Ferrell is working in the elf shops with Santa, and Will Ferrell and Santa are supposed to be normal-sized men, while everybody else is supposed to be a little person. A midget or an elf, if you will. But the camera shots make it appear as though the elves are normal size, and Santa and Will Ferrell are gigantic.
Well, it doesn't help that Will Ferrell's at least 6'3" in real life anyway, but I think they do a very good job here of explaining that the adults are adults. They really try to make Will Ferrell the adult. He's the one that's been, he sits on Santa's lap when he's like, 30, and he's just a big guy. And everybody around him, I mean, this is the North Pole. There's not a lot of, big adult, human type people around.
That's what I don't understand though. Okay, Will Ferrell's like 40 in the movie, but he still acts like he's a 4-year-old. But the other elves in Santa's workshop don't act like they're 4. Like, that doesn't even make sense. It's one thing to not understand how the real world works, like the revolving doors, but he's not supposed to sit on an adult's lap when he is one.
Revolving doors, glass ceilings, mumbo jumbo. I'm no psychological expert here, and it's not my place to question whether or not he may or may not have a little bit of a handicap. But one thing I do know is that the scenes where he's trying to make toys and he's messing up, and then there's that whole Jack-in-the-Box scene where he has to wind it up and the Jack-in-the-Box comes out, that was hilarious!
It goes on forever. He does it like 7 times.
And they're all funny.
Oh. It doesn't help Will Ferrell that this cast is just terrible. James Caan, I don't even think he wants to be there.
Alright, let's get it over with.
Zoe Dishwasher. Who cares? She's terrible, she's awful. The bigger question is, why are they trying to promote her singing career?
She's got a very classy voice. I mean, you've got that scene where she's singing, singing in the shower, and then Will Ferrell comes in and he starts singing with her and startles her. I mean, it's a classy, they work really well together. Will you please stop singing?
My sentiments exactly.
This movie has a lot of memorable moments for me. I mean, the scene where all of a sudden he's in New York City and he gets that job overnight to help set up for Christmas, and the next day they come in and he's got the entire department store just wrapped in Christmas garments.
Let's take that road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely for a sleigh ride together with you.
I mean, it was great, and it really set the scene for the rest of the movie, where it was nice and heartwarming, and it was a touching middle of the movie.
Yeah, it was a cute ongoing joke they had throughout the movie, sprinkled. It was a good, solid one joke.
And then you got the scene where they're sitting at the dinner table, and he's eating, you know, spaghetti, and he puts the sauce on it, and he has his own little chocolate syrup that he brings out, and he's got sprinkles and marshmallows, and he makes this giant dish. That's charming. And you know that when you were an 8-year-old kid, that would be the first thing you would want for dinner too. Later on in the movie, when they're in the mailroom, he's working with his dad.
Oh, that scene is terrible.
He has some coffee.
That's where he gets drunk.
Pours a little booze into his coffee, and the next thing you know, he's Russian dancing on the table. It's a great movie.
I left the house, went to Starbucks, got a cup of coffee. I don't even drink coffee. Came back home, and that scene was still going. It's so dragged out. Oh, this movie's dragged out. I don't think John Favresaurus Rex knows how to end a movie. Like, this movie's beyond terrible at the ending.
It's a great ending, and I don't understand why you hate it so much. I mean, you've got the Christmas carolers, you've got the Christmas spirit, you need everybody in Central Park to start singing along so they can get the sleigh off the ground.
Yeah, great. It's one more excuse to hear another Zoe, Don't You Want a Fanta sing another terrible song. Fantastic. And then we have this terrible... We have this terrible CGI Santa Claus sleigh go down, crash into Central Park that's apparently empty of people. Like, where is everybody? The cops can't go inside of the park? Is there an invisible force field? Oh, but wait, the dumbass kid with the hat can go in there. Turn your hat normal. I hate you.
It's really not hard to defend this movie.
Really? Because you've been doing a pretty terrible job so far.
It's up there with Home Alone as one of the greatest Christmas stories of all time. From here on out, from 20 years from now, you're going to be seeing this movie and A Christmas Story played over and over and over again around the holidays, and that's a great thing. But we're not here to debate anymore. Now it's your turn. Leave us a comment below, or if you're on YouTube, leave us a comment there, and if we think it's good, and you make your argument well, we'll use it in next week's episode.
Yeah, let's just end with some Zoe, huh? Let's let her play us out.
Until next time, on Movie Feuds.
You better not pout, I'm telling you.
I don't know why I just did this whole thing.
Till next time, on Movie Feuds.
Until next time, on Movie Feuds.
I'm done. I'm not going to use that. I already used the version I wanted.
For some reason, I'm like this.
Next time.
For some reason. Until next time.
No, we're done.
Yeah.